Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving deep into NLP today.
Natural language processing.
Yeah, exactly, NLP.
And how to make a career out of it.
That's right.
I'm really excited for this one.
Me too.
Oh.
We've got some seriously cool resources to dig into.
Decoding Language
That's one.
and Humanity Elevated.
Yeah, so decoding language, that's going to give us like the nitty-gritty of how NLP works.
But like nuts and bolts.
Exactly.
The foundation.
And then Humanity Elevated will help us see how these technical ideas, actually impact the bigger picture of like AI and how it's changing work.
And the future of work.
Yeah, and the future, totally.
It's going to be awesome. We're not just going to like define NLP.
Right.
We're going to explore what it means.
For you listening.
Yes, exactly. For you listening, like how it can shape your career in this crazy tech world.
Love it. Okay, so to kick things off, let's go way back.
Back in time.
Yeah, back to the early days of NLP.
Like rule-based systems.
Which were...
They were kind of clunky.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty basic.
You got to start somewhere.
Totally. Like, remember that Georgetown IBM experiment?
Oh, yeah, back in '54.
Like the first public machine translation demo ever.
It was a big deal.
Huge. But compared to what we can do now...
It's almost funny.
Right. It's come so far.
The progress is mind-blowing.
Yeah, and Humanity Elevated actually talks about this.
How fast things are changing.
Right. And it compares NLP's evolution to, like, those big tech revolutions in history.
Like the agricultural revolution.
And the Industrial Revolution.
And then the information age.
And now AI.
And now AI is driving this crazy fast change.
It's like everything is on fast forward now.
Totally agree.
But if you're just starting out in NLP, it can be a little scary.
Overwhelming.
Totally overwhelming.
But it's also super exciting.
Okay, so let's break down some of the basic ideas of NLP.
Get back to basics.
Yeah, decoding language explains this stuff really well.
Like tokenization.
Stemming.
And lemmatization.
Yeah, those are like the building blocks of how computers understand text.
You got to teach the computer how to read.
But instead of letters...
It's learning to understand words.
And the different forms of words.
Exactly. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so now we've got the computer reading.
What's next?
But does it actually understand what it's reading?
Good point.
How do we teach it to actually comprehend the meaning?
Well, that's where word embeddings come in.
Word embeddings.
Yeah, imagine like this massive space
Okay.
where every single word has its own spot.
Like a map.
Yes, like a map. And words with similar meanings.
They're close together.
Exactly.
And words with opposite meanings.
They're far apart.
Whoa. So we're basically giving computers a map of the meaning of language.
You got it.
That's so cool. So once a computer gets that, then what can we do? What are the possibilities with NLP?
The possibilities are endless.
Seriously?
Think about named entity recognition.
Okay.
That's when you can automatically pull out key info from text.
Like name?
Names, locations, organizations, you name it.
Super useful.
And then there's sentiment analysis.
Okay.
Decoding emotion.
And opinion.
All hidden within words.
Wow, that sounds incredibly powerful.
It is.
Businesses must love this.
Oh, yeah. Sentiment analysis is huge in marketing.
I can see why.
Companies want to know how customers feel.
For sure.
But it goes beyond that.
Like where?
Healthcare.
Ooh, okay.
Analyzing patient records.
To identify risks.
Yes. Or education.
Wow.
Personalizing learning.
Amazing. So many applications.
Seriously, the possibilities are endless.
Okay, I have to ask though.
What's that?
With all this AI and automation, what happens to jobs?
The big question.
Right. Are robots going to take over?
That's what everyone's worried about.
Yeah.
Humanity Elevated really digs into this.
Okay, good.
And it turns out AI is changing the workplace.
Right.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, okay, I'm listening.
It's more about the skills we need are changing.
Gotcha. So it's not about robots stealing jobs.
Not exactly.
But the skills we need to succeed are evolving.
You got it.
So what are those essential skills? What do we need to thrive in this AI world?
So Humanity Elevated lays out this plan to like future-proof your career.
Yeah.
Like in this age of AI.
Okay, I like that.
And it's not all about tech skills.
Right.
Obviously, like you need to be comfy with tech.
Yeah.
But it's just as important to develop those human skills, you know?
The things AI can't do.
Exactly. Like creativity.
Okay.
Critical thinking.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence.
The soft skills.
Yeah, exactly. They're so important now because AI is doing all the routine stuff.
Right.
So we need those human skills even more.
Totally makes sense.
Employers are like desperate for people who can adapt,
Yeah.
solve tricky problems and like work well with people. A&D machines.
Okay, so how do we develop those skills? Like, can you learn that from a book?
Well, Humanity Elevated suggests like creating your own personal learning plan.
Interesting.
It's about knowing what you're good at and what you need to work on,
Okay.
and then actively looking for ways to grow.
So it's like you're in charge of your own learning.
Exactly. You're not waiting for someone to tell you what to do.
Yeah. I like that. Like you're in control.
It is empowering. And there's like a ton of resources out there.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Online learning platforms,
Okay.
mentorship programs, even just talking to other people in your field.
Networking?
Yeah. It's all about being proactive,
Taking control of your future.
Exactly. And that's where decoding language comes in.
Right. Because it gives you that base knowledge
The foundation.
to actually use those skills in the real world of NLP.
Exactly. It's like having all the ingredients,
Okay.
and then decoding language teaches you how to cook.
I like that analogy.
So it walks you through all these NLP techniques.
From the simple to the advanced stuff?
Yeah, like part of speech tagging.
Okay.
That's like teaching a computer to be a grammar expert.
Interesting.
And then you've got more complex things like machine translation
That one's always blown my mind.
or text summarization.
Yeah, AI that can read and understand and then summarize.
It's incredible. And decoding language actually gives you real examples of how machine translation works.
How it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, it's not just those clunky literal translations anymore.
Right.
It can actually capture the meaning.
And nuance.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing.
I have to admit, sometimes I get lost with all the NLP techniques.
It's a lot.
There's like a million acronyms and terms.
It can be overwhelming,
For sure.
especially because things are changing so fast.
Right.
But just remember, focus on the basics first.
Get that solid foundation.
Yeah, and then you can branch out into areas you're interested in.
Find your niche.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for someone just starting out in NLP,
What would you say are the most important things to focus on?
that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'd say mastering the basics of text processing, tokenization, stemming, and lemmatization.
Right.
Those are like the building blocks.
For pretty much everything in NLP.
Yeah, and once you've got those down,
You can move on to more exciting stuff.
exactly, like sentiment analysis, machine translation.
Chatbots even.
Yeah, it's like choosing your own adventure.
In the world of NLP.
And there's something for everyone.
Right.
No matter what you're into, there's a way to apply NLP.
You make a real difference.
Exactly. But we have to talk about the ethics.
Oh, yeah. That's important.
We can't just build these powerful systems without thinking,
That's the consequences.
exactly, as NLP gets more and more advanced.
We have to consider things like bias
Fairness.
and privacy,
We need to make sure these technologies are used for good.
not for evil.
Right, and that's where the human element is so important.
Okay, I'm listening.
We need people who understand both the tech side of NLP and the ethical side.
Right.
People who can advocate for responsible AI.
So it's not just about being a programmer.
Not just that.
It's about being a good citizen, too.
Exactly. Using your skills to make the world a better place.
I like that.
That's what Humanity Elevated is all about.
Seeing AI as a force for good,
Yeah. Not as a threat.
but as a way to make things better.
To improve humanity.
Love that perspective. So for all you NLP enthusiasts out there,
What's the message?
develop those technical skills.
Yes.
Cultivate your human qualities.
And never stop learning.
Because the future of NLP,
It's being shaped right now.
and you can be a part of it.
Speaking of shaping the future, decoding language takes us even deeper
Into the world of NLP?
into the cutting-edge research.
Like what?
Stuff like multimodal NLP
Multimodal.
and low-resource NLP.
Ooh, those sound interesting.
So multimodal NLP.
Yeah.
Imagine an AI that can understand not just your words,
Okay.
but also your facial expressions,
Wow.
your tone of voice, your body language.
That's like AI with emotional intelligence.
It kind of is. Multimodal NLP is all about combining language with other data
To get a deeper understanding.
of how humans communicate.
That's amazing. And what about low resource NLP?
So that's about making NLP work for everyone,
Okay.
no matter what language they speak.
Got it.
Not every language has tons of data for training AI. So researchers are figuring out how to make NLP work with less data.
That's so important.
It is. We need to make sure these powerful technologies benefit everyone.
Not just those who speak the big languages.
Exactly. It's about inclusivity.
I love it. So this low resource NLP,
It's like opening up a whole new world.
for people who haven't had access before.
Exactly. And it's a super exciting area of research.
It sounds like it.
NLP is more than just a technology.
It's like this force that's changing everything.
How we communicate,
How we work.
how we think about the future.
It's mind-blowing.
And humanity elevated reminds us
What's that?
the future isn't something that just happens.
We have a say.
We create it.
So if you're passionate about language
And technology.
and making a positive impact,
NLP might be the perfect field for you.
I mean, it's exciting,
It is.
but it's also kind of like, whoa.
Little intimidating.
Yeah. How do we even get ready for this future with AI and NLP changing everything?
Humanity Elevated actually gives some good advice.
Okay, tell me more.
It talks about continuous learning.
Okay.
You're always learning,
Right.
crafting your own personal learning plan,
I like that idea.
and even using these micro-learning strategies.
Micro-learning.
Yeah, just like little bursts of learning.
Okay, to make sure it's stiff.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just about what you know now.
Right.
It's about being able to learn and adapt throughout your career.
Because things change so fast.
Exactly. Like what's cutting edge today might be outdated tomorrow.
That's true.
So you got to be a lifelong learner,
Stay curious.
always looking for new knowledge and skills.
Okay, I get it, but where do I even start?
Well, Humanity Elevated has some steps you can take,
Okay, lay it on me.
like building a digital portfolio.
To show off your skills.
Exactly. And using online learning platforms.
To learn new stuff.
Yeah. And mastering those virtual collaboration tools.
Oh yeah, because everyone's working remotely now.
Or hybrid.
So it's like a guidebook for the future of work.
Yeah. And it's not just about getting a job. It's about building a career you love.
Something meaningful.
Exactly. Humanity Elevated wants you to think big.
Okay.
Use your NLP superpowers to really make a difference.
Because this tech can solve some of the world's biggest problems, right?
Exactly. Think about healthcare,
Yeah.
education, even climate change.
Wow.
NLP can change the game in all those areas.
That's incredible.
It is. So to all the NLP enthusiasts out there,
The future is yours to make.
you've got the knowledge, the passion, and with these resources, you've got the tools.
To make a real difference.
So go out there
Decode the language.
and build a future that's intelligent and human.
I love that. And hey, if you want to learn more about NLP and AI,
Make sure to subscribe.
to the GuyObserve.online YouTube channel
We've got tons of amazing content there.
to help you on your journey
Keep learning, keep exploring.
and keep pushing the boundaries.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.